Hello, my Virgos out there. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your weekly reading for the week of the 6th to the 12th of May. So we're going to dive straight into it, my lovelies. And let's see what's going on for you guys this week, okay? Spirit, please, for my lovely Virgos. You have loyal hearts coming through. Love that. This is a good card for relationships, okay? Meeting people who are loyal to you. If you are already in a relationship, then this is a really good card for this being your partner. Okay, so there is that. But let's see what else is coming up because it could be anything. It's just saying that there's some good connections here, people who've got your back here. All right, for Virgos this week, you have happy as well. We do have some symbolism with these eggs here. I don't know, some of you might actually find out that you might be expecting, just for a few of you, of course, not everyone. But it definitely feels like you're bringing something to life here. Oh, there's major shifts coming through for you. You could be anticipating a really major change. I'm kind of seeing like your life is going to get a bit chaotic. It doesn't have to be in a bad way. I'm just seeing almost like you can feel a change coming, and it is something that you're wanting, and it's something that maybe you are preparing with a partner or whatever. But I'm almost seeing a really funny image. Bear with me, Virgos, because the way that I read intuitively is by receiving like images in my mind. So it gives metaphors for maybe how you'll be feeling. Is it this excitement that I'm feeling, that you feel like this change is coming? I'm seeing it a bit like a tornado, but don't worry. If there is any, it's a good tornado. It just represents change and things really coming in at a fast pace and maybe bringing a bit of chaos. But it's something that you're wanting. And I'm almost seeing like, even when it starts coming, there's almost this nerve coming through of like, holy crap, like, okay, this is actually happening now. It feels exhilarating though, but it also is going like, I think for now, this week, it feels very exciting. I'm very excited about what's to come. But when it actually happens, I am sensing a little bit of like, holy crap, was this the right move? It is. It's just that you're going through a ton of change and a lot of fast-paced movement. And just, yeah, things are really changing for you. But it feels good. You have loyal hearts and happy. Both of these have an egg. I love eggs in the readings. Not necessarily in real life, but in the readings, the eggs represent like bringing something to life, something hatching into your world. So it is good. The happy card is telling me that whatever it is something that you're excited for. This could definitely be a manifestation, for example. Whatever it is, you're bringing it into the world. So I do love that. This is the excitement before it even happens. She's very blessed. She's feeling connected to the universe because she knows that whenever this egg hatches, she's not worried about the timing. She just knows that it's already coming into her life. She already has the egg. So the proof that something is eventually going to happen. So that could be resonating with some of you. Again, you have loyal hearts here as well. So maybe it's a partnership. Or maybe again, it's something between you and somebody else. But regeneration is coming through. And this is almost what's kind of was the tornado, is that there is a major shift happening. What it feels like is that you and maybe a partner, if you're in a relationship or you have someone around you who you are manifesting a change with, this is who I'm referring to, because it feels like you're gonna definitely be almost like teleported. I know that sounds crazy and it's not literally gonna happen, but I feel like you're being put in a different place. Again, this could be speaking very spiritually, because with the regeneration, I always see this as like you are the tree and you are protected. That's why there's lovely blue ribbon around you, but maybe an environment that you've been in, a mentality that you've been in, or a literal environment, location, the energy that you've been surrounded by lately has not been very efficient for you. Like I was hearing like, what is it called? Like there was something about like nutriently dense. I don't know, like I don't know what's coming in. I was just saying it for somebody. It's almost like it's not been feeding you the right things, okay? I always see it as that you are the tree, okay? So your roots going deep into the ground, and if the ground has started to not be so good for you, you don't want to be sucking all that stuff up. So what's happening is the universe is like, okay, Virgo, we're going to put you over here now. So a new environment with a lot to take in. Again, they're referring to like the nutrients in the soil, kind of representing the benefits that you can get from your environment. Where you are right now is not beneficial to you anymore. So I'm almost seeing that. I'm seeing that for you. Let's carry on before I start talking your ears off, Virgo. But you're definitely being put in an environment that there is a lot. So this can really kind of feel like your comfort zone even as well. Like there is no more to gain where you are at. You kind of sucked it all up already. So it's like now you're being put outside a comfort zone into completely new waters here where there is a lot more that you can take in. So a lot of you will be learning new things. All right, definitely some transformation coming through for you, Virgo. But this is something happy. But yeah, definitely anxiety coming through. You have appreciation, Virgo. This definitely feels like you are going to be admired by a lot of people. Appreciation is not just about people around you, but I do feel like if you've lacked this, people are going to start to see your talents, your abilities. Okay, you're standing out, you're being appreciated. But this may also be because you're starting to appreciate things more too. Okay, appreciation is almost like stopping to smell the roses, appreciating the world around you. I am sensing a change of environment for a lot of you, or maybe you need to again go out into the world, into nature. I feel like that fuels you. I don't know why I'm getting so many like tree or plant imagery, but it's really coming up for you in your reading. Yeah, make sure that you're appreciating the things along the way. It will be very important for you, especially if I'm sensing that your life is speeding up a bit. That's good to also slow down in the midst of it, to make sure that we're grounded and we're appreciating what we have around us. Okay, let's get you another one. Adjacent possibilities and another one. Just feel like it. We're going with the 3s today. One more for Virgo this week. 6 to 12. You have community. Some of you, if you are like online or wanting a community based on what you do, like I really do sense that you're going to have a lot of appreciation here. Community can be amazing friendships, your soul tribe, just people who really appreciate your authenticity, who you are, what you bring to the world. And adjacent possibilities is literally saying that there is a lot of options in front of you. All right, a lot of different directions that you can go in. Kind of similar to like the weird phrase that I was getting about like the nutrients around you, the benefits around you. I'm almost seeing that there's a lot of options in front of you. That can get a bit confusing, but I don't feel like it's that bad. You do have strategy here, so as long as you are clear on where you want to go, the door that will lead there will stand out the most to you. So don't get too overwhelmed, Virgo. You will work out where you need to go if you ever get confused, okay? And maybe a community will help you here. All right, Virgo, let's get you 3 of these. Expansion. Love it. You guys are growing, evolving. It's reminding me, again, working with the visuals here, and also like stories that I've had before help me to combine the messaging and reading. And it's almost like if you put a shark in a small little fish tank, it will only grow as big as the fish tank. You're going into the whole damn ocean, Virgo. You're being transported. This is that whole teleported thing. Like you're being put in a new environment completely, and one where you're able to really grow. Same with the trees and the roots. Like in a tree pot down there, if you put a plant in a pot, it will only grow up to its environment. If you put it in something even bigger, a bigger plant pot, whatever, it will grow even bigger. So because its roots are able to expand, and therefore as above so below, like I'm just sensing a lot of change. As above so below is a reference to the Magician card, so it definitely feels like manifestation, but you can only really manifest if you are as above so below, again, in an environment that will help you to manifest more. I feel like there's a little bit of needs to make this major change in order for you to really grow. I wonder what it is that you're doing. They're also referring to the fact that there is like inner work needed in order to grow as well. So the same with as above, so below. I'm almost seeing it as like the things that you do internally. So inner work, shadow work, when you are growing and expanding in your inner world, in your outer world, you're expanding too, like I'm seeing like that. But anyway, a lot of expansion, and we love to see it. You definitely have some spirit guides around you who are really supporting you through this expansion. Let's get you 2 more. You have gratitude, which is amazing, feeling very happy with the people that you have around you. So loyal heart and community and gratitude are all about having support, all right? Having really good relationships and friendships with people, all right? Having a really good group, people who love you, people who appreciate you, you appreciate them. You do have despondence, which is interesting, Virgo. If you've been struggling a little bit with a little bit of a, I'm hearing I don't ever speak like this, but like I always hear like phrases and it's like a sucker of a mood, like it's just not a good mood. Like if you've been feeling quite miserable or down lately, or dealing with people who are like that, I feel like this is really a good time to walk away from people who are not willing to grow. It's not a major message for everybody, because this can also be just you, which I'm going to split it in a second for an odd like one out there for you. One of your messages would be, if you've been dealing with people who are constantly like a victim to life, and I'm not talking about real victim, I'm talking about people who do not step up to change the circumstance and will, gossip about their like situation, and they will, again, be miserable about it, but they won't change. I feel like this is where regeneration is coming in. If that's the environment that you've been in, is about a lot of people who just don't have growth mindset, people who don't think abundantly, people who, again, will always be a victim because it's their mindset. It's not necessarily what they're actually going through. It's they're not helping themselves out of it. Okay, so if that's somebody, it does feel like you're moving away from that. Now, for some of you, if that's been you, then again, in order to create change, we have to make a change within and around us too. Like we have to take that first step. The card of despondence is she's asking for growth. Mother Earth here is giving growth, but she's still not happy. And the reason is because internally she's still not happy, So it feels like I said earlier, you have to focus on your happiness at the moment in order to really see it outside of yourself. Or again, there's growth within that's going to help you grow outside. So very similar to happy as well. Being excited about what's to come, knowing that it's already coming in. It's promised to you, Virgo, I'm hearing. Let's get you some keywords. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I set a timer, but hey, you guys will have a longer reading, I guess. Okay, you have fear. I was sensing that. And you have change. Get so excited during readings. This is high energy, by the way. Like, it's not always that I get this, like it's anxiety, it's excitement. It's not the bad anxiety, but you do have fear here. That's just a little bit of worry, but it's almost like this exhilarating feeling. I want to say that it's exhilarating. So fear coming through, this is, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Okay, so whatever it is that we're fearing, maybe, fear can be a really good thing that helps us from really difficult situations. Like if we're fearing something and there's danger and it's real danger, then of course it helps us to get out of the situation ASAP. So fear does have its purpose, but sometimes fear can creep in even when it comes down to change that we know is going to be good, change that we've actually been asking for. Very similar to despondence here. This is change that will be beneficial to you. The fear factor is just because you're having to let go of something that you're clearly used to and comfortable with, and it's okay. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of imagery. Again, I don't know why I'm seeing a lot of plants or a lot of like fish or sharks, or I'm just seeing like just nature. I'm seeing nature coming through. So I don't know. They're saying like maybe you have like earth and water elements, or these are just very strong elements for you right now. Anyway, something else I was gonna say. Anyway, it's just basically saying that you're going in bigger territory, ones where you're going to learn so much, you're going to experience so much, you're no longer limited. Again, this could be mentally, this could be physically, or both. You're no longer limited to what you've got around you. Now you're being open to something completely bigger than what you've experienced before. And of course, it's going to bring in fear. Of course, it's going to bring in worry and anxiety, but this change here will be good. This says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So this feels necessary for your journey. Whatever this is, it feels necessary for your next steps. Let's see. 3 cards, please, for Virgo's energy this week. The Chariot. I love that. We'll show you in just a second. 2 more. King of Swords. That's very interesting. Building a strategy, which is important. All right. You have the Page of Swords as well. That's interesting with the 2 of Swords. I don't know why I tutted. Someone being naughty. Like my arm just got really itchy there. Anyway, interesting. It's my right arm. I don't know if there's a superstition. I know that hands are a superstition, but I just got itchy. Right, you have the Chariot, which is great. Okay, this is a card about moving forward with determination. You know, usually it's a chariot coming away from the city and going into new territory. Like, I feel like there's some adventure coming up for you guys. I'm almost feeling like you're seeking something. So I don't know if there actually is travel coming up for you guys, or again, it's just speaking spiritually, like expanding your horizons, expanding your knowledge. Like a quest almost is coming up for you. Like you're on a mission. The sunflower here is like replacing the star, but shining just as brightly. It's about chasing your purpose, discovering what it is that you're meant to do. For some of you, it's shining bright. All right. Star can mean, you know, being in a spotlight of some sort, especially with appreciation and community. Okay, for others of you, it really is just about chasing a dream and a goal of yours. The sunflower is about facing the sun. You know, it's about facing the positivity. No matter what comes along the way, there will be rocky roads, but your focus is not on the rocky roads. You will navigate that. It's about where you're going. So just remember that when it comes down to, again, how you're making decisions, your eyes need to be on the prize, Virgo here, and there may need to be a strategy. Not everything will go by the strategy, okay? A strategy is just helpful for a little bit of a blueprint, so we kind of know how to get there a little bit. But along the way, you know, miracles happen, unexpected things happen for good and for bad, ultimately give us lessons. All right, the King of Swords is all about logic, using your logical mind. So whether this is really about communication, could be important for you. I don't know why I'm seeing like booking out events. I don't know if any of you are like speakers or you write things, and I don't know if you're selling something. I'm almost seeing like booked out, sold out, like really random messages coming up in your reading, Virgo. Something about information will be very important. Speaking to the right people, very important. Networking, the same with community here. Like communication, information is very important for you guys this week, and you're in a very clear mind, okay, which is very good. Page of Swords does represent a little bit of triggered energy, a little bit of immaturity. So it doesn't have to be you, it could be someone around you. It can also represent curiosity. So on one hand, you're definitely seeking more. I think that your desire to know more about something is only going to spiral into more expansion. Okay, it's quite good. I do like it. Make sure you're researching things, learning new things. There is this natural curiosity about you, this childlike curiosity about you that's really going to push you even further into okay. What they're showing me is almost like it's like your inner child is actually taking the lead. I'm almost seeing like the ideas, like internally, it's your inner child. It's like, oh my God, let's go over here as well. Like maybe you are doing a childhood dream or whatever, but your inner child is leading you. It's the one that's scouting out things, like saying, hey, let's go over here. And then it's your physical self that's like, okay, how can I do that? You know, I'm almost seeing that's the really interesting imagery there. Anyway, there could be some jealousy around you, but you know, that just shows you that you are being successful. If people are jealous, then clearly you have something that they want, or you know, people, it's just whatever. It's just an immature triggered energy. So don't be afraid of triggering people. If it's you just shining and you doing your own thing triggers people, that's not really your business. Just let that be. Let that be. All right, what's the challenge for Virgo this week? The Knight of Swords. All right, don't rush too quickly though. That landed on top of the Chariot, so I'll explain that in a second. One more challenge for Virgo. Page of Cups. There is some emotional news coming in. Doesn't have to be bad though. Actually might be good, but because it's a challenge, your feelings could be that could be similar to that anxiety or worry or stress. Okay, but I will clarify that. The Knight of Swords coming up on top of the Chariot, both are about moving very quickly. One is a lot more strategic than the other. Balance is necessary before you move forward, okay? Again, similar to building a strategy or having some kind of plan or a vision is important. You can't just rush into something because you think it's the next step, but not really being certain about where to take it, okay? Have an eye on a goal everything else will work itself out and you will be able to navigate. But Knight of Swords is rushing too quickly before a plan is even sorted, before you're even like, it's determined, but it's actually out of like, screw it, let's go now. But it's like, no, don't do that. Don't rush too quickly. Do not jump to conclusions. Don't rush into opportunities that are, you know, a little bit, you know, something that you haven't really thought about enough. Okay, I'll just be aware of that, because of course what you don't want to do is reach dead ends, or, you know, try to commit to something and you end up not really committing to it. Be determined on the goal. All right. Otherwise you might drop out of the habits if you're just doing it once and going, okay, let me just do this for the sake of it. No. What's the plan? What's the goal? I feel like also, like, I think it's about making conscious decisions about what you're actually taking action towards. Okay. That's why it's almost like, don't jump to conclusions. Don't jump to just thinking that this is a solution to something if it's not thought about thoroughly. Which, you know, you're a Virgo. You're the Nine of Pentacles in a challenge position as well. So when it comes down to reaping what you've sown, there may be a delay here. The Nine of Pentacles can also be, it's not a bad card. I feel like there is some financial independence coming away, but maybe there's a little bit of sacrifice before you can eventually actually have that. I am going to clarify for you. Page of Cups as well is a little bit of emotional news this week, or heightened feelings. Let's look at the Page of Cups, please. Oh, Five of Swords. There's a feeling of defeat in a situation. Let's get one more. The King of Cups. Could be with a relationship with someone. Or this could just be reminding you that, okay, a loss is not always a loss. And I know this is a card of defeat. Look at them. They're coming back from battle and they've lost it. Okay, but it's almost like, you know, you may have lost the battle, but the war is still yet to be won. I just heard that. The war is still yet to be won. So if you do face a disappointment, it's not the end of something, okay? I think it's really important to remember that. They're going back to the drawing board here. They're going back to what they need to do to strategize and plan again. So for some of you, don't rush ahead with something, because again, you might have to kind of learn the hard way about what going into a battle or a challenge or something without being prepared might, you know, you'll learn from it. So regardless of whatever it is, it'll be important for you regardless. The King of Cups coming through could be significant with somebody else in a relationship or something. But for others of you, this is about having a little bit more control over your emotions. Don't give up when this happens. Maybe that's why the Knight of Swords is coming in. If you do come across something that is a bit of a rejection or feels like a defeat of some kind, feels a bit hurtful, is a challenge, it doesn't mean to give up. Again, go back to the drawing board. Remember why you started, Virgo. Your reading is crazy. Like, I feel it. Have emotional maturity about it. Understand the feelings that you're going through is completely normal when you face some kind of disappointment or defeat, but learn from it. Okay, don't allow those feelings to get the best of you. Again, that inner child, we have a lot of the theme of your inner child and yourself. You are this king, which is telling me you're taking a lot of action in your life right now. You're taking control of it. I love that. But there is this little childlike part of yourself that does get triggered or upset, you know. So again, it's about balancing that energy. Just remind yourself, speak to yourself when necessary that, okay, we can learn from this. All right. You know, like, they're showing me now, like, you know, when a child is, as if you're the parent to yourself, to your younger self, and that child is doing like a sport, but they lose a game, you know, and they're like, oh, I'm not good at this. Like, I'm just going to give up. I don't want to do it anymore. Kind of throws a bit of a tantrum. This is part of you. Part of yourself might do this unless you're dealing with a child this week. But it's like, what is the pep talk that you would give to that younger side of yourself to not give up? Because just because a child's not good at it, first of all, or just because you're not good at it, sorry, Virgo, at first, or you make a mistake, or, you know, your first speaking event doesn't go well, or someone doesn't show up or whatever, it does not mean that you've lost everything. It may feel like it in the moment, but you're still here. You still have another push in you to keep going. Okay, it's just learn from it. Okay, I feel like that's why strategy is coming in here. Right, I do want to look at the Nine of Pentacles. Why is this a challenge? The Hanged Man, it's about seeing something differently, and patience as well. Like I said to you, the Nine of Pentacles is you're really pushing forward. Maybe you're starting your own company, your own career, don't know what you're doing, but it clearly is something that's going to give you a lot of like financial freedom or reward or independence of some kind, just an abundance in general. But there might be a delay with that, or you might need to see it a little bit differently. I don't know what they mean by that. But the Hanged Man is usually in an upside down position. He has no control over it just yet. He has to wait for the ice to melt. But in the meantime, instead of panicking, like, I need to get out of here, I need to get out of here now, how can I do it? He's like, actually, how can I see this situation differently? Whether it's about appreciating things along the way, there is that flower right next to him. And also, by the way, he's in the winter. There is a sign of spring coming, meaning that maybe you've been going through a lot of challenges, but it feels like you're starting to see glimpses of what you're capable of achieving. Actually, that's interesting. Knight of Swords, the Five of Wands could be a little bit of a challenge or conflict here. We did have that bit of triggered energy, and maybe someone's jumping to a conclusion about you. The Three of Pentacles came up reversed here, so you could be struggling a little bit with a lack of collaboration at the moment. I don't know if that's in a relationship. It feels more about maybe people, feeling like people aren't really helpful, or maybe there's just a bit of competition around you. Four of Pentacles as well as a little bit of greed. Could be dealing with that. Or maybe that's, if you're rushing things, it might be out of greed, okay? Rather than abundance. So make sure that we're not running at something because we feel like if I don't have it now, I'm never going to have it. Take your time, knowing that you will have it. That's the same as the happy, happy card, okay? It's about understanding that you don't need to rush anything. It will happen anyway. All right, I think I've gone on for long enough. I'm just going to get your advice cards quickly. For Virgo this week, please. The Four of Swords, resting and healing when needing to. Take some time out for yourself. Seven of Wands as well, and a Two of Wands. Definitely focused on expansion. Virgo, you are still here as the Queen of Pentacles, so you are of value. You are going to have a very luxurious life because you've built that for yourself. Whatever you hold value to, you are absolutely going to have. It is just going to take some time. You have the Temperance card here. Patience. It takes time to build an empire. It takes time to become the person that you've always wanted to be. You have the Four of Swords, so make sure you are taking a rest and also focusing on your health. I feel like if you need to focus on your health, that's your priority. By the way, even if it's your mental health, it's your priority. If you're not doing good internally, like I said before, externally is not going to, it's going to have a little bit of like a domino effect, okay? So make sure you're looking after yourself. Seven of Wands is like a very defensive energy here. Because this is in your advice position, it says whatever challenges you come across, Virgo, you are absolutely capable of winning, okay? I'm just seeing a lot of challenge, but it's also like fighting for your future, the Two of Wands, to expand. I'm almost seeing now like that glass ceiling, you could really be trying to push beyond a place you've ever been to before, and it definitely feels like a challenge. Definitely feels like there's challenges along the way, but because of your determination and your ability to see solution, I feel like you're absolutely going to go there. Okay. All right, well, Virgo, what a hell of a ride. I feel like I've just been on a roller coaster. Oh my goodness. What crazy reading. I am going to love you and leave you. Please let me know if this resonated with you. Make sure you give a like as well if you enjoyed the video. It helps me out a lot. And make sure you subscribe if you want to be here as well, part of the community. I'd love to have you here. But anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you, Virgo. I wish you all the best. Have an incredible week, the rest of your life even as well. And I hope to see you guys next time. All right.